Throughout all stages of our coursework, we have used a range of technologies, ranging from sites on Web 2.0 to high-quality cameras. Each technology we used aided us in creating the media products to what we believed was a high standard and allowed us access to professional software we may have not been able to use ourselves. The first piece of technology we used acted as a foundation point throughout our whole coursework process. In our group, we created a blog on the website WordPress. This was easy to start up and allowed us to track our progress and have all of our relevant work in one place. This also aided us in the filming stage of our work, as it allowed us to easily access work we had previously done, such as shooting schedules and shot lists that were beneficial to have at hand when filming, so we could plan our time more accurately and work quickly. Yes, it also helps us make sure we had all relevant shots. The first time we filmed, we did not utilise the easy access to the blog, and as a result, we forgot to film some parts of the video, and we also ran out of time. However, in later shootings, we had the shot list ready as we could access the blog from our phones. This enabled us to make a checklist of shots we needed to get and plan our time effectively in what we were filming, when and where. In regards to the editing stage, the blog allowed us to keep all of our work, including planning, rough cuts and audience feedback, in one place. This was beneficial in allowing us to look over progress and so that in the evaluation stage, everything was in order and easy to extract information from. WordPress was helpful in allowing us to access our teacher's blog. This had information on it such as what tasks we needed to complete and in what order. This also allows us to keep track of where we were in research, planning, construction and post-production stages and allowed us to know what was the next on our to-do list. We also used websites such as YouTube in the planning of our media text as we looked at conventions of other music videos. YouTube was also particularly helpful in the editing stage of both our music video and ancillary tasks. In Year 12, we had a very basic knowledge of how to use programs such as iMovie. I felt like this greatly affected the professionalism of our piece as we did not use the programs available to their full potential. This year, we decided to use Final Cut Pro X rather than iMovie, as it was the more advanced choice and therefore would help us produce a media text of professional quality. However, instead of letting our limited knowledge hold us back from producing a high-quality media text, we used YouTube and access to easy to follow tutorials in order to teach us how to perform specific techniques and use the editing tools available. I also used it in making the tour poster in order to teach me how to use Photoshop, as it was a software that I was unfamiliar with and never had really used prior to this year. I therefore feel YouTube was an essential media technology to us in helping us construct our media text to the best quality we could using the software available by providing us with tutorials that taught us the ins and outs of the programming. As stated, we used Final Cut Pro X in order to edit our footage. This was particularly helpful in allowing us to cut to the beat and were able to experiment with the different effects and filters, for example, using double exposure over some of our shots. An editing technique we used a lot in our video was slow motion. This allowed us to add to the nostalgia we were trying to create within the video, as well as the atmosphere of sadness. Therefore, using YouTube, we were able to learn how to add a grey VSCO filter over some selected scenes, such as the throwback scenes, in order to create a distinction between the timeline of the video and again add to the sense of nostalgia and sadness. On the ancillary products, such as the poster, we used Photoshop in order to create a poster that was of a professional standard. In the research and planning stage, we had used our access to Web 2.0 in order to look at other tour posters of artists and of the genre. We were then able to distinguish the clear convention of both tour posters in general and those specific to R&B artists, and began to individually draft ideas on how we wanted our poster to look. As a group, we had all decided that the idea of double exposure of the roses on the poster would be an effective way to add to the complexity and hereby the professionalism of the poster. However, as earlier stated, when it came to actually creating the poster, none of us were familiar with Photoshop. Therefore, I used tutorials available on YouTube in order to learn how to create techniques like double exposure, saturating colours, and making layers. We also used Web 2.0 in order to find fonts for our tour poster on websites that offered free fonts to download. By using this rather than the fonts available in Photoshop, we had access to a wider range of fonts that would present our poster in different lights and help us create the brand identity we had intended for Elijah. Overall, the use of Photoshop was key in the construction of our tour poster, as it enabled us to add effects and filters that would not have been available on other platforms, and therefore helped us in constructing a proficient tour poster. Furthermore, we used the website Wix in creating our own website for Elijah. Wix proved to be easy to use, providing templates that would best suit our R&B artists and allowing us to edit them in order to adapt them to the needs of our artists. We used Wix and Web 2.0 in order to research other artists' websites and then imitate key conventions onto our own, hereby creating a website that was of the standard of a real artist. Wix was also key in the evaluation stage in helping me create a website to present all of my evaluation work on. This meant I could have all of my work in one place and it would be easy for my examiners and moderators to navigate around the page. Another website on Web 2.0 that was valuable to the research and production stages was Storyboard That. This allowed me to easily create an animated storyboard that would display the clear focal points of our music video in an easily readable way that was accessible to all members of our group. Another useful media technology we used was PollDaddy. This enabled us to get audience feedback throughout the planning and production stages and actively engage with our target audience by creating our own surveys. This was helpful in allowing us to understand what our audience wanted from our music video and to help us create products that would appeal to them. Furthermore, other platforms such as social media also enabled us to engage with a wider target audience and get more general feedback from a large proportion of teens. This was quick and effective in allowing us to reach a large audience. We also used our phones and in particular our cameras and WhatsApp in order to aid the production of our music video and ancillary tasks. WhatsApp allowed us to create an instant messaging group chat. This helped us arrange times to meet for filming, share ideas and communicate with the actors and the group members in one place when we went together. WhatsApp's voice note option also allowed us to voice note the particular parts of the songs we wanted our male protagonist to lip sync instead of having to play the whole song and pause it when we got to the parts we wanted him to lip sync or get him to lip sync the whole song. By sending it to the group chat, it also allowed him to listen to the selected lip sync parts of the song prior to the filming so he could learn the words and use our filming time more effectively. I also used the camera on my phone for a multitude of purposes. For example, filming my audience feedback and to take shots for ancillary tasks whilst the main camera is in use. This was in order to draft ideas of where we wanted the male protagonist to stand and what position, so that when it came to actually taking the shots, we could quickly take the most effective ones, selecting it from the options I had created when experimenting with my own film camera. The camera used for filming was a Canon digital camera. This allowed us to create footage of a high quality, which added to the professionalism of our overall work. We could also use features of the camera such as adjusting the focus in order to experiment with shots and create focal points for our audience to focus on. For example, we started off our music video with shots of a bush of red berries. We chose to focus on the red berries in order to add symbolism to our music video rather than the backgrounds of the people in central London. By using the focus on the camera, we were able to select what parts of the shots were important and what the audience should focus on within the frame. Overall, media technology was essential in a variety of ways throughout the researching, planning, construction, production, editing and evaluation of our media products, and without specific elements such as the camera, Web 2.0, or editing tools such as Final Cut Pro and Photoshop, the general professionalism of the text would have been greatly impacted.